We're live on YouTube, guys, and we're live on TikTok. We're talking about Elon Musk. I think if you still fall for Elon Musk's tricks 10 years later, then I think you're in for a disappointing. I think you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Elon Musk has done the same thing for the past 15 years. If you haven't noticed, the Robotaxis that they displayed at the event, they were being controlled by somebody else across the stage. They were being remote controlled. Now, it's not to say that fully self-driving hasn't come a long way, within the Teslas, but they're still behind other companies like Waymo. Waymo is actually on the road. Waymo, you can actually go to LA right now, order an autonomous taxi with no driver, and it fully works, and there's no incidents with Waymo. They're in San Francisco, they're in LA, and you order it the same way that you would order an Uber. But Tesla is basically so far behind, and they're actually using deception to make it seem like they're not behind. And I just don't see how Elon Musk said that in 2025 that these robo taxis will be on the road and picking people up and dropping them off. Mind you, that was not the original idea in general. The original idea was that this is what he told me as a Tesla customer. When I bought my Tesla, it was because Elon Musk literally said the words, if you buy a Model 3, it'll have fully self-driving and you'll be able to send it to go pick up people and go make money while you're at work, and it'll go be an Uber. It'll be part of this Uber ecosystem. Now, that's one of the reasons why I bought a Model 3, and that is not, now this is a whole different thing. This is different than what I originally thought the Robotaxi was going to be. I thought the Robotaxi was going to be every Model 3. Everybody who has a Tesla can go sign their Tesla up on the Robotaxi app, and their car can go make money for them. But that's not what this is, right? This is a whole new car. This is a whole different car. It's a gold car that you have to buy specifically for so that it could be a Robotaxi. And I just think that more and more it just keeps getting, it's just disappointment after disappointment. And mind you, I don't think that these cars are gonna hit the road for another 4 years, maybe even.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Did you watch the event at all?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's hard for me to have a solid opinion when you are the one who's been a Tesla owner. Like, I was with you when you went out there to buy your Tesla, and I remember the guy selling you on the package and being like, yo, $10,000, and in 6 months your car will be fully driving. Like, if you don't pay this 10 grand, you're not going to get it, but if you pay the extra 10,000, fully unlocked in 6 months. And then it was like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and like, he is known for those things. Now, like, the other argument, I mean, I'm being nice and making another argument. In general, yes, it appears that most of the time when he makes these claims, they're way behind, But I guess the argument that could be made is that this is like a presentation to your investors. It's like when you create an app or you create different digital products, you might show up and show them what this thing is going to be able to do to try to get more investors to help fund it. Then, like, when you talk about what's the company in LA?
Oh, Waymo.
I think they're the ones that are using LiDAR, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like they really believe in LiDAR. Elon Musk, on the other hand, believes in no LiDAR. Now, if people don't know what LiDAR is, it's kind of like a sonar type thing that they use to be able to help the car to drive itself and to see if anyone's coming. Where Elon Musk's opinion on it is that they should use as many cameras as possible to try to recreate the human eye, where it's able to be conscious and things like that. Now, the final thing I'll say is that NVIDIA does say this. The CEO of NVIDIA does say that nobody is even close to where Tesla is right now, and no one can touch them. So maybe they have some things up their sleeves that we don't know about. And ultimately, from how Elon has been portraying this for a long time, is that there are basically hundreds and thousands and millions of Teslas that are being produced all around the world, And one day they're going to snap their fingers and all of these cars are going to come to life basically, and we're going to have full self-driving cars all over the place, and Tesla will be the only name brand car that you understand or know about.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
So you think so? But I think Nvidia, when you bring that up, I think Tesla buys a lot of Nvidia chips.
100%. But
So
doesn't every AI company, like for them to say that, there is another car company that they are basically shitting on by saying that. So, now obviously Elon's the richest man in the world, and who do you want to kind of stroke the ego of? You want to stroke the richest man, but
mm,
pause. But basically though, yeah, I just think that there's definitely still a chance though that Tesla's in the race.
yeah, I mean, no, Tesla's in the race for
Yeah.
sure. Because fully self driving, like I said, I mean, it's good. Fully self driving, it's good, and it'll get you places most times with no incidents. But the problem is that you will never have a trip from one spot to another spot with zero intervention that I've experienced with fully self driving.
Yeah. I mean that
Every time
yeah.
yeah.
I would just say, yeah, like from what I understand right now, like my friends who have the biggest issue with it is that Elon refuses to use LiDAR because his theory is all about the cameras in the eye. So that's why we're seeing that company having fully autonomous cars right now, because they're utilizing that technology, where Elon just believes that the key is to create AGI, just like humans, where they have good reaction timings to things not using LiDAR. He says that if
Yeah.
if humans have good eyeballs, why can cameras not have good eyeballs? Essentially,
Right. Well, I think cameras, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I think it's one of those bets that maybe right now one company is ahead, but if Elon's prediction is correct, then you could see how it could flip, you know?
yeah,
You could see how right now Tesla's behind, but if Elon's prediction is true and that AI becomes actually able to use vision just as good as a human, then you could see how instantly, like overnight, the tables just turned,
yeah,
and Tesla was back. The problem is that I just truly don't believe that these I the problem isn't that the Tesla team, because I mean obviously it's not, I don't want to discredit what the engineers are doing, because Elon's one person, and then obviously you have the Tesla engineers that are working day and night trying to make this happen. I think that the biggest problem is mostly with Elon presenting things and overselling and underdelivering. That's like constantly what I find with Elon. He hypes something up to a massive proportions and then underdelivers, or delivers it 5 years late, or delivers it 5 years late and half the quality that it was supposed to be. All these things are just like, and mind you, have you seen the stock price for Tesla?
I mean, recently, like
Dropped
today.
8% after the Robotaxi announcement. After showing the Robotaxis, after showing the Optimus robots, right? Mind you, those robots are going viral on social media.
Yeah,
The robots are going viral, and people don't even understand that it's somebody else with some equipment, and they're the ones controlling the robots remotely.
no, it's true.
So it's
Yeah,
and they're talking through. They're like, somebody shared the video of like the robot talking, and I'm like, this is somebody talking through
yeah,
like remotely. This isn't the robot talking itself. And it's just like, how do you guys not? But that's the thing. That's the reason why Tesla got so big. It's because they're able to use these little tricks to like easily impress people that don't actually know what's going on under the hood.
yeah. No, I mean it's definitely true. like I said, I mean, I guess the idea was for today was to show us the future. They showed us a glimpse into what the future holds, but how far that future out is, to be determined. But I mean, what do you think in general of having a robot in your house? Like, some people feel uncomfortable about it, some people feel excited for it. I think most people, I think it's both. I think you have both emotions simultaneously. It's a scary thing, but also, like, when you think about it, like cleaning your house or like being your homie and helping you out, like boxing or like whatever it is that you want to do, like, you just kind of have like a training partner, or you have, whatever it is that you kind of need.
Yeah, I think the robots would be huge. I mean, if whoever creates the first humanoid robot, that alone is a $1 trillion company, you know? I just don't think that Elon Musk is going to be the one that does it. And the reason for this is because mostly, number one, his attention's too divided. Number two, the like a robot that can do everything is you're basically that is the holy grail of invention. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that the way that AI is going to develop is you're going to have AI that does one thing really well, right? You're going to have a robot arm that's like an amazing robot arm for Applebee's kitchen and can make every dish.
Mm-hmm.
But that robot arm can't go and mow the lawn for you. You
Right.
know that the way that these inventions are going to happen is going to be over 10 years, and it's going to be one robot for one thing very specifically very well. And then maybe like later down the road, because it takes a lot more like it takes a lot more to build a robot that can literally just do everything. The cat.
Came to join the
Yeah,
pod.
it takes a lot more for like that is such a huge invention. It's such a huge like technological breakthrough. Like one robot that can be your sparring partner, and you know what he could do. Okay, this is a different question. What he could do is he could do the Apple model, right? So Elon builds the robot, and the robot is able to move hands and fingers, and then you actually create something called like the Optimus store, right? And then you get a bunch of other companies, startups, like how Apple had Facebook, and Facebook made a Apple device.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had like YouTube make the app on the all these Twitter made the app on the Apple device. So what he could do if he was smart, but I don't think he's going to do this. Um he could open source like the Optimus technology so that people could build specific apps for Optimus. So if you wanted a training partner,
Mm-hmm.
you could download the Optimus boxing capabilities. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So imagine the Optimus comes with like just like the most basic features. Like Optimus it says hello and walks around and walks and talks. And then you have to like download specific like abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because I don't see Elon being able to do that all himself. It's like Apple made the phone, but Apple didn't make Facebook the app. Apple didn't make Twitter app. It didn't make they didn't make TikTok.
I think there's definitely dangers of open sourcing a robot and its capabilities. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even like throwing a punch, it's cool, but if you can kind of hack it or move it around, it can get kind of like dangerous pretty quickly and stuff like that. But I mean, I think that Elon will be able to pull it off. I don't see anybody else who's even trying to get there right now. They have some other companies that kind of do it for factories and have things moving around. I'm sure there are low key companies that are building something dope, but Elon is definitely by far the biggest company, has the most money behind it, and it's going to take a huge company like Google, Meta, or Nvidia themselves essentially coming to try to beat something like this, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like I said, I think if Tesla, like, I just don't think that they'll be able to achieve this technological breakthrough. It's very hard, bro. I mean, it's basically like saying, hey, I want, like, let's say like you're a business owner and I'm like, hey, what kind of business do you want to make? Oh, I want to make a business that literally just sells everything, does everything, helps everyone. You know what I'm saying? You're literally trying to create
You just
this
described Amazon.
whole, but Amazon, yeah. But Amazon doesn't, yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah. But Amazon did start
No, I get what you're
a
saying though.
little small.
No, I get what you're saying though. There's no Amazon cars or things like that. They focus on one single system at a time, which is selling, distribution,
Right.
and product.
Right. They
But
have some other stuff like Amazon Prime, but they bought all of that. Remember, they didn't
yeah,
build all, like they bought Twitch. They bought Amazon Prime, or whatever
but
the
so does
video
Elon.
thing.
He's buying up a lot of these companies as well. Like, I mean, I don't really know where Optimus came from, but just like Neuralink, just like Twitter, these are all companies that he bought. He bought the foundations and the teams, and then he's innovated upon them and helped them to progress. And then he's been the face behind them to actually hopefully give the public some trust that this is the future. When his name is connected to it, normally it's predicted to be something pretty large.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like Optimus is such an amazing idea. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, who doesn't want a robot? And that's the thing. Like, who doesn't want a car to drive itself? It's who doesn't want to go to Mars? Like, who doesn't want humans to go to Mars? Maybe not them personally, but who doesn't want humans to be interplanetary species? Elon Musk has always had um the cool ideas that other people are like, oh, that would be amazing. Like, I
Yeah.
want to support that. I want to get behind that. But the truth is that I just don't see him. I think that Optimus, he'll make Optimus, but it won't be able to be your boxing partner. It won't be able to, do most of the things. Like, if, let's say, all of the things Elon Musk,
Yeah.
sells you is like 100%, it'll probably do. It'll probably reach 10% of your actual expectations. But by the time
I mean, 10% is still huge. I mean, if we can get,
yeah, you're right.
if everyone can get a robot in their house and it does 10% of like the full promises,
Doing
like
the dishes, like, even.
within the next 60 years, you're talking about fully functioning robots that are able to do it all. And it only took place because Elon Musk was the one to say, like, it's time.
I would say that Elon Musk is just a guy who wants to, he is a science fiction, you know, nerd, just like, all of us that like Star Wars and, are into science. I would say that he's a nerd that wants to make cool ideas come true. And that's what, I mean, these things, like, I don't see him, inventing Optimus the robot so that he can save the world. I think that it's just a cool idea. I think all these things, like even the Tesla being self-driving and the Robotaxis, that's not necessarily stuff that he's doing to save the world. There is some things that he can position as like, oh, I'm doing this because I want to help the world, such as going to Mars, such as what's the other thing he did? Neuralink can help people walk again that were disabled. Like, that stuff is truly good. But yeah, I mean, I think that most of the things are. I do believe that he has a lot of big ideas, and that I'm not sure if he will truly be able to accomplish. If we're just going back to the original topic, as far as the Robotaxi and the Optimus, I think that the main point here is that he's giving us this show, and the truth is that this is all a show. It's I don't think that we're going to get the Robotaxi in the next year, like he says. I don't think that we're going to see Optimus even in the next 5 years. And even in 5 years, when it finally starts selling, it's not going to do even 10% of the things that he's like trying to present to us. And that's basically that's the main point of this whole entire thing, is like, Elon Musk keeps giving us this show. He keeps giving us this show, telling us he's going to
Yeah.
do all these
But
these big things.
I think that there's two things though to keep in mind. One, he is creating a product called Neuralink where someone is controlling their computers with their mind. I understand that the technology borderline existed to some degree, like in the past and things like that. However, he is bringing it to the forefront of the market and giving people the chance to actually be able to do some of these things. So, like, that is extremely revolutionary. You know, having electric cars that can go from 0 to 100 miles an hour in like 3 seconds is revolutionary. You know, when we were younger, we were always sold the idea that electric cars were going to be kind of slow and gas powered things would still be like, you know, we didn't really expect, but I mean, it makes sense that electric has that much power, but we didn't really expect it. So, I mean, these are pretty revolutionary moments. And a lot of the things that are holding back Elon Musk, from my understanding, is more so the laws of the cars. Yes, he's still wrong for selling it to people like it's ready now. And, you know, because he didn't say like, yeah, your car will be able to drive itself, but you're not going to be able to use it because the laws aren't passed yet. You know, he just sold it as like whatever. But that doesn't mean that the technology, in my opinion, doesn't exist yet. It's just the laws aren't really ready yet for a ton. I don't know, because that Wayfair.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's hard. It's hard to
Yeah.
stick up for him. I mean, listen, and I've never, like I said, Elon Musk has done amazing things. Like he's made Tesla is a cool car. Like we've gone to Elon Musk now owns more satellites in the world than any other company with SpaceX or with you have it,
Oh, Neuralink.
the Wi-Fi,
Oh, wait.
Starlink.
Oh, yeah.
So Elon Musk owns more satellites than any other company
Right.
in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had huge
And more
accomplishments.
more
That's
than
not what
any
I'm saying.
governments, more than anything.
Yeah, yeah. Like he has these huge accomplishments. What I'm saying mostly is that
He has rockets that
a
can
lot.
land back on the size of like a quarter.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean he's done crazy things. I mean, obviously he's done amazing things. Like he's definitely a very accomplished person. Now, the main thing is that I think that Tesla's stock price, it was only Tesla's stock price was only the price that it was at because of Elon Musk hyping it up past the abilities, right?
Here,
And he just did that thing, and we just saw this. Chris, why would after showing robots, after showing a robotaxi, why
okay.
would the stock go down?
Yeah. I mean, no, I agree with you. But hold on, I mean, to say that it's the only reason why the price went up, you know, one thing that I notice a lot lately is when I look around the streets, there are Tesla cars everywhere. Sometimes I see 6, 7, 10, 12 Teslas in like a 30-minute period. And I remember back in the day, I'd be like, yo, Tesla. But these Tesla cars are becoming as, like, within another 5 years, they pretty much are going to be the new Toyota Camry and things like that. So they have pushed a massive amount of product. Even though if it was slightly on a lie, I'm just saying, though, just hyping it alone isn't what made the stock price go up. People bought the cars and people have liked the cars from what I've seen. Except when they catch on fire.
Well, no, originally
Yeah.
that's what was pushing the stock price. I mean, bro, they've done full videos where they showed like Elon Musk do an interview where he says Teslas are gonna be able to drive
Yeah.
your grandma to the airport and without you and come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see next day stock price shoots up.
Yeah.
Like this was stuff from 8 years ago, 9 years ago, and that was one of the big reasons why. And mind you, when you say like a lot of people have bought Teslas, they bought Teslas because they thought that it did more than it actually did.
I said that.
And not only
Yes.
that, yeah, and so that's why yes, Teslas have sold very well. But at the very beginning, because they if you look at like 2019, 2018,
Tesla stock price was insane, and the amount of cars that it had sold was less than every other car company. It was less than Toyota. It was less than Ford. Yet Ford wasn't exploding in stock value. It wasn't 10xing in stock value. The only reason that Tesla was 10xing every year in stock value was because of the technology aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
And because Ford has been outselling Tesla every year. Toyota outsells Tesla every year.
But right now, what's a more technologically advanced car than a Tesla?
No, none, yeah.
So I mean, they are still winning. I mean, like if you, yeah, I mean, to me, they're still winning. I mean, if you're the most technologically advanced car in the entire market and you've been competing against these huge companies, I mean, you're not a full liar to the people that bought your stock.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You were a liar at first, and then it took you 10 years. And I understand that. As a business owner, like I tell people like my app is gonna do this, you know? And there's gonna be like a whole 2 year wait where I'm a liar, and then that third year when I fucking unleash that shit, then I'm a genius. You know what I'm saying? They're like, and that's every business owner, right? When you say like your company's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. You're the biggest idiot for the all the years building up to that, right? Like you're the biggest liar, you're the biggest idiot, and then finally like you release it to the public, and then you go from the biggest idiot and the biggest liar to the biggest genius in the world. And I can understand that. I'm in this gray zone with Elon Musk. It's just, yeah,
Should we move
I hate
on
him.
to